Hey everybody, this is...
Oh, for God's sake!
This is Fart House.
Direction.
Fart House, the casual gamer. This is... The topics! The topics! This is Donkey Bar.
And I'm passing out from his disease.
And this is Scum Disease. Welcome back to another Topics.
Man, that's a kind that seeps into clothing.
Alright, it's my clothing. Well, it's your chair.
Nice.
And just remember, these are all completely unrehearsed. These guys don't even know what these topics are. So, speaking of that, go ahead and pick another... Wait.
No, I did it last time.
You pick another topic.
Yeah, you fairy.
Yeah, you fairy. Pick another...
Does farting in my general direction affect my thinking?
Yes. Yes.
Modern games versus retro games, have they improved?
Okay, go.
So we're saying, are the games today better than the games of yesteryear?
Modern games versus retro
We're
games.
talking about remakes that actually...
No, I think it just means games in general. Are games now better than they were back then? And
No.
again...
Really?
And again,
Nice.
Yes and no.
He's out.
back then could
It's my
even be
opinion.
as... even be like
I think they have. I think they're a lot
PS1 and
better.
stuff like that.
They're a lot, even after 10 years, I think they're a lot better. I was recently playing Halo on the PC, and I'm looking at it, and I'm playing, and I'm like, wow, I can barely play this.
Wait a minute, that's a good example though. Okay, Halo 1 when it first came out, compared to the latest Halo.
I don't know
Yeah.
necessarily if they're talking about graphics and like in terms of being able to see.
No,
like,
I'm talking
comparing.
about-
No, just how engrossing
Overall.
are they?
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, overall gameplay.
Yeah.
But there's some really good games on the Super Nintendo. Like some people say, yeah, I can't think of it right now. Chrono Trigger is supposed to be one of the best games and all that stuff because of story and stuff like that.
Well, it depends on how you look at it now, because now how do you go? I guess how would you quantify the game that you're playing back then and now?
How much did you... I
Shooter.
would be like, how many hours and like... When I was a kid anyway, do you go to school and you're like, man, I really want to play that game right now because I'm not into this math class.
I do that at work. I really do.
Now we're looking at shooter, because with shooters, let's just take the shooter topics and say, are they better now than they were back then? Is there a shooter back then that you would want to play now?
Well, you said Perfect
Yeah,
Dark in
but-
one of the last topics.
Remake.
Okay.
It's a remake. I can't play the old one.
I agree with you there in terms of how great people say that GoldenEye on the N64 is. When I go back to try to play, I'm like, I can't play this game.
Yeah, it's choppy.
It's choppy, it's obviously graphical limitations.
Well, it used to be a headshot back in the N64 days was aiming for a block on the screen.
Right.
Gran Turismo.
But Gran Turismo, I look back at that now and I'm like, oh my
Can't look
god.
back at
There
it.
you go.
But still, that was a really good game still. But
Yeah,
I'm like, I can
but
play it.
you don't compare the graphics old to new. You have to compare the experiences at the time. Versus, did you think you had more fun playing Gran Turismo 3 than you did with Gran Turismo 5?
I like the original
Okay,
Gran
that's
Turismo
a good
better
yeah, Gran
than
Turismo 3
the first.
definitely.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. What are you
Um,
saying?
I actually
like games.
haven't liked. I haven't liked the Gran Turismo series as much as the first and second. Past that,
there we go.
I didn't think they were as good
1 and 2 were more sim-like, wasn't it?
because they went for graphics actually. So graphics
Yeah.
does have a bit of
That
a
I will admit, I did get caught in the graphics for number 3 because that was when the PlayStation.
But
2
there are
was
still
just
quality
That was great
games
back then.
like the Uncharted series. I like these games. The reason why I think they have improved is because of the internet. And people are getting more... It's a lot easier to get a review on a game now.
If you haven't heard of the internet.
Yeah, the internet. It's a lot easier to get a review on the game now than it was back in the day.
Yeah.
So back in the day,
Yeah.
you just bought a game maybe based off its box art. Whereas these developers
Oh, nice.
really have to work on their game because if they don't get a good review, no one buys the game.
Well,
that's it.
Now you're going to a whole different topic. Is how? I'll just shut up on that one because it's going to open up a whole new can of worms.
Well, no, I'm just saying that
But the
developers
question
have
is-
more incentive to make a better game because people are buying games based off reviews rather than just taking a chance.
So wait.
on a game.
Video games is also a very new medium as compared to when you compare movies, who have been around for like, what, 100 years now, as compared to video games in the last 20 to 30 years when they've been really popular. You're comparing something in its infancy to something where now it's developed to a point where now they're playing around with different things to see how artistic they can make the medium now.
Fair enough.
Whereas the originals were just like, let's check out as many games as we can, as many Sonic the Hedgehogs as we can get out, in order so that people buy it, so we can further things, the actual field.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that's kind of
But
difficult.
I still think with this generation of consoles, they were chucking out those Sonic the Hedgehog games because of the low reviews. They didn't sell, people didn't like them, and now Sega's like, let's redo it all again. And now
They're
this
expected to have quality.
Sonic Generations is coming out, and they've really tried to raise the bar in terms of quality on like Sonic and the Black Knight. You were saying?
You're just gonna say you gotta watch it from the Nintendo, what they did in the 80s, because they just said it was going through Nintendo. You have to go through Nintendo's approval, and I don't think they really approved it.
So they're just like Apple.
But when I think about it, the amount of
That's why they lost.
Wii games with Nintendo seal of approval on them that are complete crap. When I look back at the NES collection, there's a ton of crap games that also had Nintendo's seal of approval.
Yeah.
I think Nintendo was just notorious for licensing crap, and that is it.
Not as much as Sega.
Little time. Let's have a discussion on extending time.
Continuously breaking the rules.
And that was another topics. And that's it. So this is Farmhouse the Casual Gamer, this is Donkey Barf,
Yo.
and this is Scum Disease.
Bye.
See you next time on another topics. Cheers.